Hey guys, I'm driving to the shop here, and I decided to look at the Weather Channel to see, we got a little flurry going here. You ever see anything like this? Stop for this traffic light here. 29 degrees, unknown precipitation. What in the hell is that? Come on. You want to talk about a cop-out for a weather forecast. Give me a break. What a joke. I've never seen anything like that. Alright, we'll hit you up when I get back to the shop. Alright guys, we're at the shop now. And special delivery, 2 front fenders. So we're going to do a quick unboxing. My buddy picked these up for me the other day, so he told me one of them's got a ding in it. But it's where the fender flare covers it, so let's see what that looks like. I'm sure it'll be okay. We won't worry about it unless it's something pretty rough. These are, let's see, they're supposed to be Sherman fenders. So I don't know if anybody's used these before, but they appear to be boxed somewhat decent. Just like any other fender I've ever bought, I guess, or hood. Of course, these are going to be a nightmare to try and paint, because they are not going to hang on the fender stand at all. Have to figure out a way to do those, cut them in, because we're going to paint the exterior of them all around the truck for sure. That one seems to be okay. It must be the other one that's got the ding in it. These certainly are not lightweight, not at all. They look like a real decent made fender for sure. We'll see how they fit up there. Aftermarkets are always a treat. So far I don't see anything too out of the ordinary. One thing that sucks is getting the stickers off of them. But this small area here, I think I'm going to Raptor liner that, but we'll paint this outer lip because the fender flare covers it and all that. Alright, well, let's see what the other one looks like. I think it's the driver's side one that he said had a little doink in it. Just a little ripple in this one. Just a little ripple in that one. It's actually a high spot. And there's actually a little high spot right there in it too, but you can see that. That's not too terrible because the fender flare there's another boink in it, and that's rippled. We'll have to beat that up into place. Oh shit, I think this thing's... oh fuck. This thing's been hit in 2 or 3 places. So this one's less than ideal, but we'll have to put it on the truck and work it into place. You never get one that's 2 of them at a time that are perfect, for sure. So that's that. And I'm going to do some wet sanding on this hood here. Even though that stuff was feathered out real nice, I've still got an edge on a couple of these repairs that's really kind of aggravating. So I'm going to wet sand this with some 600 again and see what happens. It's not like I didn't take it far enough as far as the sanding procedure. Something's just not copacetic with that. So let's see what this side looks like. Get on the side where we're backlit. Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. That does not look right. Other than feeling a little dirt in it. Well, I'll wet sand that and we'll see what we make out of that when I come back. Maybe we'll body work those fenders. See ya. Alright guys, I got the trash out of that sealer, and we were just talking about doing videos where you're just showing what's been done, but you just watched me wet sand that hood the other day, so we're going to do another back masking video, or just masking, not necessarily back masking. Basically I've gone under all my edges. I cleaned the hood first, went under all those edges with 2-inch tape facing outward, and I've got the hood propped up because if you don't get it up a little ways, the back corners won't be up and out of the way, so you can get a little bit of color on them, because I did get a little sealer around that edge. So I put a couple blocks underneath there just to block it up a little bit. You may notice that the truck's kind of a low rider. I flattened all the tires on it so that I can actually reach. So, and I'm going to wear a paint suit when I clear this today and when I base it, because when you're leaning way out over something, the chances of moving around and getting some garbage on there, you know, trashing it up, is certainly a lot greater than doing a side panel like that. So we'll just keep masking here. I won't say that you have to be real creative with doing this, but before we had just plastic up here and had this back edge back mask. Well, what I've done this time, and I'll show you real quick, is I pulled that tape almost vertical and taped it down to the cowl so that I can get around that back edge, because when you're driving you'll see that, and if you're like me it'll drive you nuts if you got dry spray all over the back of that. So and we'll doctor that up right before I spray too, but I'm going to pull plastic down over the whole thing up to that paper on the windshield, and then we're just going to probably paper all these edges real quick. And we may have a guest appearance here after a while. Andy's coming out. And we're going to go look at a 09 Chevy or GMC 2500 HD. That he may be looking to buy. It's kind of out by where I live, so we're going to take a little quick road trip. Try not to drag this paper down to the floor. The other thing I could have done is pulled my plastic down like I did before in the last video, And we could have pulled it down over the front of the truck, but one reason we backmask these edges is because the sticky side of the tape facing out will stick better to the sticky side of the tape on the paper off the paper machine. Easier than tape will stick to the face of the tape, the non-sticky side. So it just makes it easier. And also make it harder though for people that haven't done this before. If you get those two sticky edge facing one another and they touch, it's almost, I don't want to say impossible to unstick the two, but it's pretty crazy. So we'll probably kill this roll of 2-inch tape and open another one just to finish what I got here. It wasn't new when I started though, so it's not like it takes that much tape. Let's see if you guys can even see where I'm at. I'm over here now. And you know, I could have cut those fenders in and hung them and painted them, but we're going to do it this way. Here's what I was worried about. I kind of want to see where I'm at with paint. I got to get a roll of 2-inch. Hold on a minute. I wanted to see what kind of paint I was going to have after I paint this hood. Because what I'll probably end up doing if I run low is I'll get whatever extra I think I need and save what's in that can to be my top coat for my exterior parts of the fenders, so that there's no color match issues. Or make this paper as tight as I can make it here. So all the edges are going to get taped to the adjacent pieces of paper. nice and tight here. As dirty as that snowplow frame is, I'm not worried about getting any overspray on it. Should be good to go. One more piece of paper will cover this side of the truck here. See, we got that almost all the way down to the bottom. Oh, you totally ran into a corner, no pun intended. And you guys are probably wondering why I'm taping off these fenders even though we're replacing them. And it's because I don't want any trash getting on this hood that would possibly come off of those. And if I get paint on them and I lean into it, of course then it's on my paint suit. And I just don't need that. Not that it wouldn't come off the paper anyway, but alrighty. We're going to go get the plastic and we're going to bag this thing. And that'll be part one of getting this thing ready for paint. Another thing you can do with this is take your blowgun and blow underneath the plastic and it'll open it up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just blows it all over the place and pisses you off worse. Throw my dirty old wheel covers over those tires. Not that we're going to really get anything on them down that low, but you know, why not? Better safe than sorry. going with this 2-inch tape, and this thing's going to be wham bam ready to go. A little bit more in the middle of that windshield. And actually, when you're taping plastic to paper or paper to plastic, don't be afraid to put a couple layers. Make sure it's stuck well. The tape doesn't stick as well to the plastic, so get it on there. Press it down. Build a bridge with your tape if you have to. Whatever works to get it nice and tight. Usually I start and I get the plastic pulled pretty tight, and then I'll come back and put a couple layers of tape on it. And we're almost done here, fellas. Yeah, what the hell? Let's see if I can get you over here. Think that'll work. Close enough. Alright, that's it. Done with this. I'll pull the plastic tighter on the back here just to make sure we're good to go. Shaky cam coming up, hold on. Alrighty, we're going to cut this plastic off with a razor blade. I usually take the plastic and press it kind of against the top of the cardboard box so you have something to cut onto. There's no law that says you can't use scissors to do that, but I use a razor blade just about everything. Got a roll 3/4 inch tape in my pocket here. Not that we have a lot of airflow, but if we were in a booth, we'd want this nice and tight. Especially a cross draft booth would probably suck the plastic off this if you got the right amount of air moving. So we're going to take this plastic like a ponytail, put a piece of tape around it like a little scrunchie, and that's wrapped around the trailer hitch. It's pulled down. You can see it's on the floor pretty much, you know, all the way around. I still have paper on the bottom of those doors from before because I haven't unmasked it. I should have. Shame on me, but you know, whatever. Here we go. 21 minutes. That's not very fast. It might have looked fast, but guys that prep cars every day are a hell of a lot faster than I am. So that's what you got. You got a soft edge around here. That tape's on the inside. And we'll be able to get color on that. I'll go around and I'll kind of do this number to make sure it's not out too far. We're going to give this a final wipe, get the heat going, wipe it one more time just with our glass cleaner, and we'll probably get some base on this hopefully. So that's it for now. Alright, this stuff is flashed off. I've tacked it off. I'm going to blow it off with a little air from the gun here. And we're going to ground coat it with just something red with the SATA 3000 HVLP. sorry about the noise. We're just going to put a cap on this bad boy right here, because I don't know, I'm not thinking there's much more than an ounce in there. And I don't want to dump it back in the can and keep pouring it back and forth. That's one nice thing about those. So, and you guys noticed that was the wrong color. And if you watched the previous videos, what I had done is I had taken a red that had, it was a little bit darker burgundy with a little metallic in it, and I mixed it with a tiny bit of color that was left in an old can, and use that, and that helps hide the primer faster, or sealer, you know, whichever. So that's why that's on there. So I'm really hoping in like two to 3 coats tops I can hide that that ground coat that I put on, because the primer's already hidden. And it may actually hide it on the first coat. We won't know. But we're just trying to wipe the gun down a little. I'm going to leave a little thinner in it here, some of my gun cleaner. We'll go back out and look at this. I'm sure it's flashing pretty quick. I got to get the fan on. That's not much overspray though. We can see a tiny bit of that primer through there, but no big deal. I see something that's getting aggravated. I put that base on too wet, but it should lay down, hopefully. That's the only ugly spot I see. It's right down the center of the hood line. And you can see how dumb I got with it. It's way too wet. There's the line. Right there. That may lay back down, so we might be alright. Alright, I'm going to shut you off and we'll bring you back.